When I say got peace, say daddy, you know, we're gonna forget all of that. As of recently, we've been talking about ruthless aggression a lot. So I'm gonna give you my 5 on my favorite women's matches from ruthless aggression era. Let's go. Number 1, we're gonna go for Trish Stratus versus Victoria at Survivor Series 2002. So at this period, Trish Stratus had just kind of made this transition from being eye candy, being, you know, like back in the day, everyone used to love Trish Stratus. Like she used to go on camera, everyone used to think, yeah, this girl's sexy. She was making strides, you know, she was women's champion at this point, and she just defeated Molly Holly. At this point, they needed someone else to come and challenge her. Who better than Victoria? She just debuted at this time. So Victoria, she initially debuted in WWE year 2000. She was part of Godfather's Hoe Train, the Hoes. It's 2020 now, we don't refer to women as hoes. But yeah, 2 years later, she decided to re-debut. Her and Trish Stratus' storyline was kind of like, they used to compete with each other back in the day, and she's kind of deranged because Trish Stratus used to always win. So the first match that they had at pay-per-view was at No Mercy. Victoria lost. Then the next match that they had, which was, for me, was an iconic match, was at Survivor Series 2002. It was a hardcore match, very fun, very entertaining. I was a bit iffy about the finish because it was a snap suplex she won. But yeah, Victoria took the W, and you know, go watch that match if you've never seen it. Number 2, we've got Trish Stratus again, but this time she's facing Mickie James, WrestleMania 22, 2005. Mickie James debuted in 2005, and she had this like deranged, obsessed character. For me, the match wasn't the best, but it was very entertaining. It was kind of good to see the dynamic of a very normal Trish Stratus versus a very crazy Mickie James, and you know, Mickie James is a legend now, so you know, if you want to go see a good match, make sure you go and watch this match. Number 3, we've got Lita versus Victoria in a steel cage match. Who remembers Raw Roulette? Do you remember Raw Roulette? Yeah, that was a big, massive wheel that they used to spin on Raw, and the wheel more or less decides your match for you. And who better than Lita and Victoria to have the first ever women's steel cage match on Raw? The match was amazing, usual cage spots as you see. Lita had even done an amazing moonsault off the top rope. She was about to win the match, and then her former ex-boyfriend, Matt Hardy, cost the match for her, dumped her in the head, left her in a spliff. And, you know, yeah, Victoria ended up taking the W. That's an amazing match, especially for the first ever women's match. Steel cage match even, so make sure you go check that out. That's a dope match. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Number 4, we've got Trish Stratus versus Lita, Raw 2004. This was the first time that 2 women main evented on Raw, and who better than Trish Stratus and Lita. Leonelli knocked her head off, nearly put herself in a spliff basically with the suicide dive. For me, it's one of the greatest women's matches ever. Even top, I think, I'm bold in saying this, I feel like it's top 10 Raw matches ever. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. And for the 5th and final match, Trish Stratus versus Lita again, but at Unforgiven 2006. This is dubbed the greatest women's match ever. Well, at the time it was. Trish Stratus was more or less retiring. Lita was the champion at the time, and yeah, Trish wanted to win one more time before she gracefully bows out. Luckily, it was in her hometown, and you know, you already know what you get with a Trish Stratus and Lita match. High spots, false finishes and all of that shit. It was amazing. But the icing on the cake was, of course, it's in Trish Stratus' hometown. So she beat her in Canadian fashion. She gave her the fucking sharpshooter. She fucking won. Everyone was merry, everyone was happy, everyone cried. And you know, she retired as a fucking champion. Obviously she came back in it. That's what all these old timers do, man. They retired and come back. But that was my 5 greatest ruthless aggression women matches. If I missed any, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, #5 on it. We've got more coming in the pipeline. I've been Delboy, and this was my 5 on it. Bow, pussy.